New findings. People are allergic to new findings, particularly in the domain of religion. I'm thinking of all religions when I say a religion. All religions are more or less the same insofar as their adoration of the past, particularly the founding fathers of the religion or the founding prophets and messiahs of those religions. These prophets and messiahs and founding fathers lived at a remote past, and their knowledge invariably was conditioned by the time they lived in. Knowledge is dependent on language and concepts. And concepts and language are conditioned by the time that a particular person is living. For instance, the Buddha never knew anything about DNA. So are the rest of the people. So today we know a lot about DNA, we know a lot about the nuclear energy. These understandings and which led to technology was not available to the Buddha or the other saints who of other religions. There is a dire need now to modernize religion or bring in science and technology into the framework of religion. Of course, I do understand that religion is a phenomenon, because remember that I am a phenomenologist of religion. I was trained in phenomenology for my PhD. It is a phenomenon. Having said that, it doesn't mean that you cannot bring religion under scientific investigation. Everything can be brought into scientific investigation, especially when science itself has evolved to understand very subtle energy, which God and religion belong to, through methodologies from quantum physics. Now, I'm just thinking in terms of modernizing or contemporizing our religion, not by going against religion, but by upholding it, by providing additional data and methodologies from science and technology. And of course, the technologies used by religion, that's also technology, also are scientific, quite scientific. For instance, the yantra. Yantra is a diagram, a sacred or mystical diagram, to access a being or the soul of a particular god or goddess. And you find that yantra or sacred diagram being used by the Siddhas of India, and also by Egyptian religions and religions belonging to a very remote past, like the Aztecs and of South America. I find this yantra very, very fascinating. It can replicate the energy of a person. Now, I have been using it to to remove karma of people. You can capture the karma of a certain individual in a sacred mystical diagram, and use that as a surrogate of that person. And so the yantra travels to different places wherever it is taken to. So you don't have to travel. This is how I started the Proxy Yantra puja. Now, particularly if you can't go to, say, to Kashi, which is a place where the Ganges has the power to remove the karma of people, you can send an yantra of yours, which is basically nothing but your planetary positions during the time of birth, which is your natal chart, and then have karma cleansing done to those yantras that are quite effective, and it's cost effective too. So this came to me in a meditation. That's how I just started introducing it, and it's quite powerful, and because it is scientific in nature. So going forward in the 21st century, religion has to be updated. It is obsolete now. All religions, in order to to sustain their own religion's own interests, religions have to update itself, or to even youngsters to be interested in religion, you have to really go through the scientific route. Otherwise, it is going to be difficult to go and ask young people who are in a contemporary scientific technological world to make them to believe in God or mysticism. So there is a dire need to do that, and I want to spearhead that. During my birthday celebrations, I want to address in the very first session the need to make religion relevant to our contemporary life through science and technology by addressing issues like money issues, relationship issues, health issues, being addressed and helped through religious and spiritual technologies. What is the use of religion or God if our problems are not solved? Any religion, whether ancient or modern, they all try to address the issue of problem solving. So I would focus attention of scientifically solving the problems of health, wealth, relationship through a new religious technology. We have been already benefited by alien technology. If you know the history of the computer chips, just read Roswell, the aircraft at Roswell from the alien world came and crashed. That will give you a lot of understanding. In recent times, you may want to read John Mack's book, Passport to Heaven, or Cosmos, Passport to Cosmos, or also Hilaire, the ex-Defense Minister of Canada, who have been very upfront about the aliens' presence on the earthplane and how the military has been involved in it. So the aliens know better than what we know. So it's not wrong to be benefited from that technology. In fact, religious technology is alien technology. Particularly the sound waves they use, the mantras, are from the alien technology. Who are the gods and goddesses? After all, they are aliens. And there was a time they were living on this earth plane and they were participating in human affairs. So when the Bible says that God is going to come and live with us, it makes sense to me. And that would be in another time of the earth plane where we'll be more evolved, the earth plane will be more evolved, and that's the time of heaven on earth. So in that time, that suffering will be considerably reduced, death will not be there, aging will not be there. That's a fantastic kind of life that worth living. Look at what we are doing now, regardless whether you are a millionaire or a billionaire. You are susceptible to all kinds of pain, psychological, physical, emotional, and you are not free from disappointment. So what kind of a life is this? And then we live basically in ignorance, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, and we can't even understand time. So all these things can be rectified if we have a newer technology, and this newer technology has to come from the outer world or the outer space. There are so many galaxies, and even NASA has said there are thousands and thousands of earth planes in the Milky Way. So where there are civilizations, and then people are so advanced in some of the civilizations, it would be worthwhile for us to go and get the technology from there and come back and then change this earth plane, or do something with the earth plane and then transform it. So it needs to be done immediately. And at least some of our efforts have been to psychologically liberate us from pain, like the New Age teachings of Krishnamurti and others who are basically psychologists, who are trying to say that you can free yourself from your thought process, because it's the thought process that's really giving you the pain. So you can get rid of that pain at least, but there is no way that we can get rid of the body. That's why I just go one step further and then follow the light body technology advanced by the Tamil Siddhas, because unless the body is transformed into light, you cannot be immune to pain. So immunity comes from just transforming this physical body into light. Then there is no need at all. You are completely free and you can do whatever you want to do. And that should be the goal of humanity, of government, to put money into scientific and technological research to convert matter into energy. We know theoretically from Einstein's equation that matter and energy are one and the same. What we have been able to do in the physical world at a certain level, we can do it on our own body, because our body is not just flesh and blood, and it is pure light. And then, of course, light in the physical world is different from the light in the spiritual domain, because the spiritual light is even more subtle, but they are related. They are not different. So, going forward in the 21st century, we have to really get together as one race, the human race, and put all our resources to find a permanent solution for all human problem. That will be part of my agenda, well-being on the earth plane, and I will articulate it during the sessions that I'm going to hold during the birthday celebrations. God bless.